Have you ever thought about a seed? Good seeds are little things that, if planted at the right time, the right place, and are tended to, become huge blessings down the road. Whatever seeds you're sowing today, seeds for your future, for your family, for your faith, or for actual food, you're at the right place. Welcome to the Sowing Seed Podcast. Now, from the studio on top of a hill in a very, very remote location, here's your host, Matt Miller.
It's Sunday night here in EIEIO. The sun's about down. I've got Toothless asleep on my lap. And since I've been on the road a bunch lately, decided to record a bunch of episodes while I'm here. I'm going to be heading to China to do some work over there with a group that I'm on the board of directors for called Kids Across Cultures. And we'll be over there for 10 days in late January of 2018. Going to take my youngest daughter, Rebecca. She has never been to China, though I've had an opportunity to take my two oldest kids over on separate trips, Zane and Sarah. And I'm really looking forward to the trip. There are people all over that country in the areas where we work that have never had clean water. They live in some of the remotest places on this planet, and the water they drink is polluted with any amount of bacteria, etc., that you can think of. So over the years, KAC has done a number of water projects in that area in support of communities there. And in the last couple of years, we've been focused most importantly on providing water filters for families and for schools. The use of those filters allows the people in the remote areas where we work to drink clean water for the very first time, and it almost immediately increases and improves health for those that use them, because the bacteria and the microorganism, et cetera, in their water gets filtered out with those filters. Anyway, that's a short aside. The reason why I wanted to share this message today is because 3 years ago, I joined a mastermind group, and being part of that group has completely changed my life. I'll never forget, this is probably 15 years ago at least, I was introduced to a book by Napoleon Hill. It's an old book, but a good one, called The Master Key to Riches. And in that book, Napoleon Hill talks about the masterminding of people, of bringing people of different backgrounds, different knowledge and wisdom together, and how a group like that can be a huge impetus for growth for everyone involved. Well, I had never forgotten that, but I never had an opportunity to really be in a group like that, at least formally, until I came across Aaron Walker at a Dave Ramsey Leadership event here 4.5 years ago. And at the time, Aaron was deciding what his next steps were. His company, View from the Top, had not been started yet. He had not begun coaching or begun leading mastermind groups at the time. But within the next year, I hired him as a coach. And when he launched his first Iron Sharpens Iron mastermind group, I was the first one to join. That group consists of 10 men or so from all walks of life, from all over the country. And under Aaron's leadership, we come together once a week on Zoom, which is a video conference tool that we use. And we spend an hour together each Monday afternoon living life. We review a book, or we are reading a book each and every month that we discuss together. We discuss our challenges, our successes, both in our personal and our business and family lives. And most importantly, we provide one another accountability, and we provide one another an informal board of directors so that when each of us has a challenge or an issue or a question or a concern, we have a group of men from all backgrounds giving their thoughts and insights into that challenge or concern. 3 years ago, we started out not knowing a thing about one another. The only thing we had in common was we thought a lot of this guy, Aaron. Fast forward to today. Unfortunately, a few guys have left along the way, and we've added others. But talk about an incredible group of men. You see, Aaron was Dave Ramsey's, one of his first advertising clients on the radio 20 years ago. And that relationship that he and Dave developed led to the beginning of a mastermind, which he and Dave and Dan Miller and Ken Abraham and a bunch of others were a part of together for over a decade. Of course, none of those guys were the guys that we know today back when they started. But at least Dave and Dan, Ken Abraham, I think, is a best-selling author of, I have no idea how many books, biographies he's written, etc. And of course, Aaron, with his success in multiple businesses along the way, and now View from the Top and the Iron Sharpens Iron. It's a pretty doggone impressive group of guys. And spending that time together every week was a major part of their growth and a major reason why many of them are household names today. What's so cool about this group is the fact that I'm beginning to see the exact same things start to happen with the men in it. And I so look forward to another 7, 8, 10, 15 years from now and seeing where the men in my Iron Sharpens Iron group end up going and the success that they end up having. I fell so in love with the process that when Aaron decided to start expanding the reach of Iron Sharpens Iron and having others come in and be coaches to lead groups, I raised my hand and asked to be a part. And the first Monday of February of 2018, I will be leading my first group mastermind of 10 men or so, directing and guiding and facilitating them and their journey together. That it's my hope and prayer will parallel what I'm seeing in my group that I'm a part of, and will parallel what the Eagles group that Dave and Aaron and Dan and Ken and all the others were a part of for years. I can't speak highly enough, guys, of being a part of a group like this. And whether it be a formal one or an informal one, I encourage you to find others that you can get around. And if you happen to have interest in learning more about Iron Sharpens Iron, you can go to viewfromthetop.com or maybe theviewfromthetop.com. Anyway, it's Aaron's website, and you can read testimonials, etc., and potentially join one of the groups there and have others pouring themselves into their into your life every week, like I've had for me with the guys in my group for the last 3 years. I hope this helps, guys. God bless you.
Thank you for listening to the Sowing Seed Podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, please leave us a 5-star review in iTunes or your podcast player of choice. So until next time, go plant the seed you need to succeed.